This is the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.
Our CES coverage is also sponsored in part by GoDaddy.com. Get domain names, cloud hosting, and dedicated servers. All easy to manage and configure. GoDaddy has all your web needs. Visit TPN.TV/GoDaddy for special CES offers.
Let's bring up the next guest here. We have the lead, John Ellis. Is that correct?
Venkatesh Prasad.
Oh, do I have the wrong thing here? But I do remember you.
Yeah, that's right.
I do remember you. How you doing?
Very well, how are you?
We talked, let's see, that was TechCrunch Disrupt.
That's right.
The year before when you guys were with Bug Labs. I'm going to have you take your microphone and put it, that's a microphone right here.
Yeah, and put it
right by
right there.
Right
Great.
there.
Now
there
we can hear you.
And I met you at TechCrunch Disrupt. You were with Peter from Bug Labs.
Yeah, Peter Semmelhack, indeed.
Yeah, and you guys announced the partnership with Bug Labs.
Yep.
And went from there. So what does Ford have for us today?
We've got toolkits that are being placed in the hands of developers, in the hands of tinkerers, in the hands of hackers, all in a positive sense, in the context of really modding your car and having fun, not in the product sense, but really in the sense of researching and understanding what this means and enjoying the experience.
Hacking your car. I just like the word hacking
your
car.
Yeah.
So and it's amazing. They showed, and this was in the infancy at that point. So you've had a year and a few months to really work on that.
Right.
So
Right.
how has it come along since then?
Yeah, we've had a really good relationship at various levels with Peter and Bug Labs, as you remember.
Mm-hmm.
We've now created a set of protocols that allow a software developer to write applications that consume messages from the vehicle in a sort of read-only format, and then present that information to appropriate devices that might either read something out or just create some analytics at the back end that you can then see later, like a fitness device that shows you data after you run, if you will, right? And so that's one piece, and that's the API aspects. The key element here is that it's open source.
Mm-hmm.
The second piece is interesting software sometimes needs appropriate hardware.
Yeah.
And you may not find that hardware in a stock machine you build or buy. And so you might just want to create that piece of hardware, whether it's a small sensor that you integrate into some kind of a solar panel-like device to get energy and store it in a battery pack, or something else. And that is the second big element of what we're doing. It's the hardware specifications. And again, like software, the hardware specifications are being open sourced. So
you could have a big company make a device for the car that ends up being part of a future model, or you could have some Joe like me or you that just creates something and say, I need to figure out some sort of, I don't know, a pedometer type situation for the car, and I build my thing, and then you guys catch wind of that, and
yeah, it could be that, it could be, yeah, right. So I think
so. There's a spectrum there.
There's a spectrum. You're absolutely right. The big company piece will obviously happen through the various channels that already exist or are getting refined, and so that's really well in place. We have a developer.ford.com program that we've launched. It's a developer program with SyncLink as the primary platform for that. So that's actually a great story in and of itself, as you know.
Oh yeah.
This piece here is really saying, what can tinkerers do? What can you do on your driveway on a Saturday afternoon, and really, in some sense, show off. So take the poor old wiper blades. If you want to be able to take information from the wiper blades, hey, I'm active, I'm on now, and 5 of you who are heading in the same direction in about the same geographical area want to say that, and then someone in the cloud is able to mash it up and give that information to someone who's a mile or so behind. That's really useful information that the National Weather Service can't deliver.
Oh, okay. So if I'm like even a couple blocks away and I turn on my wipers, somebody 3-4 blocks away can find out that that
well,
it might
it's
be
good
raining.
information, right?
Yeah.
So blocks away if you're in a city, but really, if you're going in a rural area and in terrain that's really quite challenging in some sense, and because you need some kind of network connectivity. But the point is, the car has begun to speak.
Yeah.
The car has begun to say "Hello, world," and people can then build on that, right?
It's Hal. Wait,
Yeah.
no.
So you've basically given people who are going to crack this thing open anyway. You said, okay, look, here are the tools to do things. We're creative here at Ford, but we know there are more creative minds out there. You guys figure this out. Come up with what you can come up with. Go. And you're embracing that,
Right.
which is a huge change in the market. It's kind of a shift from going, okay, no, don't hack this.
Yeah.
And now to here, everything we got,
Right,
all
that's-
for you to have.
Right, I think that's key. That's really what the message is. I think one way to look at this is that we recognize the value of the innovation that happens outside. We understand that we have a lot of very smart people inside Ford, but there's more smart people outside than inside. And we've created a platform that allows this engagement to happen, just as you said, right? So rather than trying to hack and in the sense of breaking something down to get a piece of information, we're actually saying, here's some really interesting sets of data you can build your own stories on.
So how easy is it to get a hold of the SDK or the API?
It's a mouse click away. Go to openxcplatform.com. The SDK is a click away from there.
And the website one more time so we make sure
openxcplatform.com.
openxcplatform.com.
Or just Google
Let's
search OpenXC.
Yeah. Let's talk for a really quick second about the security of it, because that's one thing. We want to be able to make something for people that can do something, but you still have those restrictions, such as you can't put together a monitor system so they're watching TV while driving.
Right, so it's a really good point. So going back to the wiper blade analogy, you can't turn the wiper blade off or on. You can only get information from the wiper blade and then consume it in whatever way is appropriate.
Yep.
Whether it's a voice-activated notification that you'd get through a text-to-speech, however you want to do that, right? So that piece of it, you don't have the mechanism to write to the car.
Yep.
You can only read a specific set of signals from the car. You can read it now in easy ways. You don't have to know hexadecimal code to read it. You can read it, using it's parsed, and then you get a JSON stream that you read and interpret. Since you can't write, you can't sort of affect the actuators of the car.
Yeah.
The display piece, you really encourage. One of the things we're doing is, while making it easy to write to the car, hack on the car, we also are really presenting the guidelines. Go look at this, and people really, by and large, want to do the right thing, but they need to be informed. And so we are very clear that we are very sensitive. We have to be to security, privacy, safety. On the other hand, I think containing and locking a product and locking innovation can be stifling to the development of the product and the experience.
All right. Well, there you go. And, of course, you gave the website out already.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much, folks.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you.
Good seeing you
There we
again.
go. That's awesome stuff from Ford.
One way or another, I want to hack these things anyway.
Exactly.
Now I'm allowed to legally.
You have a containment to do that. I thank our other sponsor,
Yes.
and that is GoDaddy. And if you, of course, domain names and web hosting and stuff like that, but they got a new web hosting service that you need to try out. You need to check out. If you're not a web builder, you need to get on this program. The website building process, it makes it simple, it makes it easy. And of course, there's website building processes out there, but they don't have the GoDaddy name on it, and they don't have the support that GoDaddy can give, and they don't have the servers that GoDaddy has for that. So you can build your website within seconds. You can use stock footage from their stock footage, so you don't get sued by somebody.
Right, right.
And you can get online. You can create use all of their from their templates, and you can even convert them to a mobile device. And that's the important thing, is to have your website to be mobile ready.
And without GoDaddy, none of this would be possible for us. We've been using GoDaddy since almost the inception of the TPN live stream.
Exactly. So thank you a lot to GoDaddy. Don't forget to use that promo code. Go over to TPN.TV /GoDaddy, or use the promo code WST50. WST50 will get you
WST50.
up to 50% off on some of this stuff. So
Don't miss out. Do it now.
This is the Tech Podcast Network. If it's tech, it's here.